It's NBA. What should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks taking on the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets control the tap.
Hey, locked up, locked up.
Here comes the screen. Looking for his man. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
First free throw is good. Two for two on that trip.
Let's go, boy. Catch me out.
To Barnes. Oh, had him going there for a second. Barnes. 4-3. Cleans it up. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Charlotte with the basketball. Great dish to set it up. Gets a look. Can't hit. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Harrison Barnes. Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go. And a throwdown. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To Barnes. Harrison Barnes missed his first. That one goes.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. To Nick Batum. Offensive board. Missed a wide open look.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Payton. To Batum. Shot clock winding down. Trying to cash in. Not that time. To Julius Randle. Flushes it home. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Nick Batum. Driving right to the basket. Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout for the Knicks as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Changes coming from both sides right now. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
From the painted area, won't go down. Stuffs it down with authority.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Batum. The drive, right to the basket for 3. Second effort. Draymond Green sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Match up, baby. There you go. Watch him. I got your hip right here.
Has a chance. Cleared by Ibaka. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Here we go. My ball. Crack on. Look at the post.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
To Nick Batum. Nicola Batum. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Here comes the screen. To Ibaka. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Hornets right now in possession. To Harrison Barnes. Curling inside. Barnes driving, but a shot won't fall. Another shot stays out. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Harrison Barnes at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. And the margin down to 8. We're through one here at Madison Square Garden with the Knicks on top. Jay and I back to Manhattan after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with Hayden into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. And counted at the rim.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Barnes.
Hit coming.
Turns and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Julius Randle. Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Nice pass to set things up.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Grant with the basketball. Down 12. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilize it a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. To Harrison Barnes. Down to Grant.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Stuffs it down with authority. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
And the finish at the rim.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Here comes the screen. To Barnes. Julius Rand knocked it away.
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. That's out. Last touch by Julius Randle.
Come on, it's important.
Shot clock to 4 for Charlotte. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
And the finish, slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. A shot at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Knicks are way out in front.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Knicks will start the second half with a decent lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the New York Knicks. The Charlotte Hornets were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Charlotte Hornets.
Game track. Field goals.
The Hornets just couldn't get any of their shots to go in those first 2 quarters. They desperately need someone to step up and catch fire for them in the second half.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Payton with the basketball. His guys leading by 14.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Count the basket inside.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Smith now into the front court. He'll run the offense. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Julius Randle. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nice pass to set things up. Can't connect from in close.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
New York Knicks basketball. Payton. Deep two there, won't go.
Hey, check up, let's go.
To Harrison Barnes. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Richardson. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
They work it down to Barnes. Shot from the lane won't go. Payton into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Whoa, what a finish.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on, but the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Payton. Off the assist.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
The possession lies with New York. Great look and vision. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Curling inside. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there. but he got the shot he wanted.
Now whistle, and Charlotte is going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Stepping in for the Charlotte Hornets, number 11, Davis.
From the painted area, won't go down. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Oops, he missed the first one. Missed the second one as well.
Here I come. Here I come. I'm here. I'm here.
All by himself, creates his own shot there.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And finishes strong. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Charlotte basketball. Probing the defense. Throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
I'm here. I'm here. Trap, 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 trap.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Count the free throw as well.
Self-check.
To Batum. Nikola Batum. 3 for 6 now.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
To Green. Surge Serge Ibaka sends it away. That's his third block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Brunson. Five on the shot clock. Trying to cash in. And Davis there to grab the rebound. Hornets have the basketball. To Nick Batum. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from in close, no good. To Green. Seconds to shoot. Add 2 points to the board.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Grant with the basketball. His guys down big. To Ibaka. Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Serge Ibaka with that shot. He's 5 for 8. Three quarters complete with the Knicks enjoying a sizable lead. Hornets with the first possessions here in the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
To Marcus Morris. Richardson. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? you'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Richardson. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Down low for Barnes. Harrison Barnes powers it through.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Lets it fly from long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Draymond Green. Tips it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. Good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Into the game for Charlotte, number 11, Davis.
To Barnes. Wide open look, won't go.
Ball. I got ball. That's me.
To Richardson. Green. Deontay Davis.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And a nice finish at the rim.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Short jumper off the mark. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Harrison Barnes. Has a chance, open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Subbing in for the Knicks, number 2.
To Batum.
Number 1.
He throws it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Possession lies with New York.
Keep him here.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Grant with the basketball. Down a bundle. Batum sizing up Draymond Green. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Count the bucket for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Nick Batum trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is.
Here we go.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Has a look. And he knocks it down, Jay.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Nikola Batum has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first.
Into the game for the New York Knicks, number 30, Julius Randle.
And gets both to drop at the line. To Richardson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Can't convert the free throw.
Defense.
To Barnes.
Defense. Let's go.
That's out. Last touch by Harrison Barnes. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Rocking the rim.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Fine to shoot. To Harrison Barnes. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Randall right there to take in the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Cash is in for two.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
From long range. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
It's a victory for the Knicks as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Knicks put their opponents away in a blowout. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the New York Knicks. The Hornets really lost big.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.